Hey guys, Vengeance are here, and I'm back in Heidel on BDO. Today's Sunday, and I'm going to set myself up to do some processing. They made it really easy since they've changed out the processing stones to be one for all instead of having them separate. Mine's only plus 13. I need to upgrade this stupid thing more. We enhanced that a while back, but I don't have the memory fragments to spare right now, so I'm not going to do it. And let me get my processing closed. So I recommend investing in this if you're going to spend money on the game. The Karki suit for the wizard. If you're a wizard, you equip them and it allows you. Well, let me take it back off. See on the storage, nothing here. Warehouse and sell items. But if you equip the Karki suit, go in here. Now there's a processing tab. You can process straight from storage. That way you do not have to hold the items in your inventory, and it helps with the weight cost on this. So for now, what I'm going to be doing is grinding crystals. I'm not even going to be processing that, which I guess is technically still processing, but I have a ton of crystals that I need to grind up. I ended up buying all of these. That's a good start. Alright, so we're at 1467. We're going to grind all of these. These are just cheap blue crystals, and the idea behind this is to get blackstone powder out of it. This is kind of just how I support my trade crate habit. Getting quite a bit per each one. $32 on that one, not too bad. I need higher mastery is what I need on the old processing grinding. Now, what helps you on the mastery is I think it does give you more. It doesn't say it is, but it says it's a number and types of items produced. Plus, it allows you to do mass processing whenever you're doing stuff, not crystals, but if you're grinding up or heating up like iron, you can do higher batches. It takes a minute to do it versus like 10 seconds or 20 seconds or whatever it is. But when it succeeds, you get 170 batches of it instead of just one batch. So it severely speeds up the process of processing. Unfortunately, this is an AFK/semi-AFK task, but it's a necessary task because there's no other way to get blackstone powder. You're either grinding crystals or you're having your workers crafted in a refinery. And blackstone powder is used for pretty much everything. The only other way to get it besides grinding up crystals is to have your workers run through your blackstone or your rough stone, sorry. And 30 rough stone to produce 15 blackstone powder. That's just an absolute waste. And I don't do that unless I just having an abundance of rough stone, which I think I do right now, but I'd rather spend a few million silver that, literally takes me a few seconds to grind and just buy the crystals and grind them versus it takes me forever to get rough stone. Half an hour rust takes me like half an hour to get 1,500, 2,000 rough stone. And that's not going to get you near the blackstone powder that you're going to get if you just buy the crystals and grind them up. So this is pushing my trade crates. I'm going heavy into the imperial cooking and trade crates now with the life skills. Plus I've been doing a lot of grinding, and the reason for that is I'm trying to push the silver, the liquid silver that I have, so that I can dump it all into enhancing and pushing my gear to next year's. Plus, I got so much raw materials. I just want to be rid of a lot of this stuff. It just piles up, and I kind of ask myself, what the hell's the point if I never do anything with it? 480,000 flour. I mean, I don't know. I was using it for something. Probably good feed. I think I did have some for good feed, probably. But I was just grinding away, processing it up, so I had enough. And I think I was using it for another recipe that went into Imperial Crafting. But, I mean, I'll never use this much Powder of Flame or Powder of Darkness. Or these other powders for that matter. I just won't. $571,000 copper ore. I have to melt all of that down, and I still have 324,000 melted shards. Like, I don't process enough, but it's all going to feed into these trade crates down here. And the amount of silver that is just sitting in my storage that I haven't done anything with, you know, it's frustrating. And it's just because I don't have time. You know, by the time I do everything else, I don't have time to sit here and AFK process. I have to keep AFK fishing when I can, so that I can keep my relic shards up because of the memory fragment requirements for the gear. And that's going to lead me to a mini rant. I think memory fragments are the most useless item. I don't think they should exist. I just don't. I don't think they should. Whenever you fail your gear, so there's a penalty when you fail upgrading, right? If it's gear, like weapons or armor, and you fail past a certain amount, I think it's like past plus 15, the level decreases unless you use cronstones. So the penalty at that point either becomes you lose progress or you lose silver via losing cronstones. You know, that's we lost a little mastery there because the life stone went off. But either way, it's meant to be a silver sink. You know, it's time gated. It's time gating because it's going to take you a long time to get the silver up, and then it's a silver sink to keep the economy kind of where they want it at in game. And it's a useless mechanic because you're already losing all that silver and time on either grinding for the cronstones or your progress is going backwards. So what's the point of making the durability, the max durability of your gear go down? Yeah, I can understand to maybe increase the repair cost or something and make the current durability go down, but not the max. Or maybe even make the max durability go down up to plus 15, but once it starts being able to drop enhancement levels, take away the durability drop. Or rework it to where you only have so much durability on a piece of gear, and as it goes up in levels, enhancement levels, you get more max durability, and it doesn't automatically repair. You need that would make the memory fragments useful again. But that would be a good use for it. It would be a positive use versus a negative use. So instead of being able to upgrade your gear all the time, you're silver gated by memory fragments. Blackstones are pretty freaking easy to come by, but mem frags are not. And that's always been my rant, and that's always been why I have been hesitant to do upgrading, is because I absolutely hate going and grinding the scrolls for the memory fragments. I hate it. I hate sitting over there. I hate going through that whole process. You're over there for hours just to do a few scrolls because it just takes forever. So what happens for me is I end up just waiting until I passively increase my memory fragment count, either through the events or through you know, rift bosses where you get one to 4 or 5 depending on your RNG at a time. Login rewards, RNG boxes that are handed out via login rewards and different things or events. And then I know there's one other way to get them. If you've done the quest with the world bosses where you exchange the RS, the latent RS for the item. So if you've done the quest to exchange 100 latent RS for the boss item, then they'll let you trade the latent RS for memory fragments at a 1-to-1 ratio. I need to do that. I guess that would be beneficial, but I don't really feel like going and doing world bosses. So I guess what I should do is, and it's the same with cron stones. I won't buy those either. I just passively let them add up. I think I got like 1,440 in my affiliate storage over there, and I was just looking at. But I'll run these things. I think there's a chance of memory fragments out of these, right? Maybe I'm wrong. That would help if they had added into here. But I've already completed all this stuff, so I can't get any of that. But I think there's other boxes that you can get memory fragments out of. Like these things. Yeah, these give 5 memory fragments. That one doesn't give any. It should. Vox support box versus the enhancement help. Gives a 120 advice of Vox. That's a good 120. That's also good 110. But you need to make sure I log in and character weight. That's pretty valuable. I need to make sure I log in every day so I can get these. I think you can get memfrags out of one of these boxes too. Yeah, there's 25 for the lowest out of the life one. I really don't understand why the life one gives the memory fragments versus. Very strange. But memfrags are probably the most frustrating thing for me. You know, I can deal with cronstones versus no cronstones. I just don't use them unless I have them. I'm not gonna go buy them. What I end up doing is buying separate gear and upgrading it versus the one I'm wearing. That way I don't ever lose progress. But the whole memfrag thing of being a requirement of offsetting a problem that was created to Timegate or Silvergate you is just more frustrating for me than anything, I think. Maybe I should just go grind silver at one of the higher gear and grind spots. I mean, I have 270 AP, so I should be able to do quite a few of them as a wizard. I think wizards can do things a little bit lower AP that other classes can't, or at least they used to be able to. But maybe I should just go grind the silver and just buy them off the central market. But I hate doing that because when I grind the silver, I feel like I need to keep the silver and just amass the silver over and over in case it comes along a good deal on a piece of gear that I want, which is why I keep checking the central market for the daggers. If I find anything in this range here, it's going to be worth it for me to buy it, but I am not going to buy a 12 billion for 2 AP. I'm not doing it. I will craft my own. Same with his armor. You know, I think the next piece I'm going to go after are going to be the gloves, and I'm still kind of on the fence on which gloves, because some people are like, oh, you need this for the accuracy, but I really want the levers for the evasion, and I went over why in a previous video. You know, I'm a squish class, glass cannon, robe wearing wizard. And I know that in this game we all wear the same gear basically, but the idea is to stack evasion when I can, and I'm not going to go 100% into it. But to stack evasion, it helps with PvE on top of PvP. Now if I can get 700-800 evasion, you know, it may not keep me from dying all the time, but it's going to help some. Especially if I have the DP and stuff. But I'm not a huge fan of the damage reduction builds. I just think the evasion builds are more useful. You know, if you're dodging, you're not needing to reduce it. Versus if you're getting hit every single time, there's a chance that the DR isn't going to save you. But I need to get a low plus version of one of these so that I can start enhancing it and get it up to pen. I want to use some of my 100 stacks to try and pen these things. And then push my other stacks up. The 140 stack I'm going to save for the Black Star, and then the login rewards, I think if I make it to there to get the 110 and the 120 stacks, I'll save those as well, because I want to turn those into probably pen Black Star stacks eventually. But that means making separate Black Stars on top of the ones that I already have. That way I don't lose my Black Star progress. And that way I have one I can just smash on and not worry about if it fails and decreases. And every time I get it back up to Tet, and hit the Tet Black Star and try to pen it. I mean, either you get lucky and it goes, or it goes down and your stack increases. You know, and at that point, the only thing that you're spending is the upgrade stones and the memory fragments. And that's why it's frustrating to me, is the memory fragments. You know, you're already losing your progress. You're already losing the enhancement level. You're going from Tet to Try, or from Try to Duo, or from Duo to Pry. You don't need to have the memory fragment cost in there as well. It's just kind of redundant at that point. But they'll never remove it, because that's one of the big silver sinks to keep from the BDO economy from being inflated too much, as well as the tax on the market, the 30%. But you get 0.5 if you have family fame. Makes a difference. Are we almost through these? Not quite. But look at that, 3,000 blackstone powder already, and we've only grinded part of what we had. Definitely worth it to grind those blue crystals up versus going and grinding your rough stone with your workers. Helps that I got the Life Mastery 7 artifact. I need to go get the other one of these. I think I can get it from a quest. I get another one of those and I can start putting the light stones in them. I haven't found any life stones that I like yet. Sitting here looking at my gear. I definitely think gloves are going to be my next target for the gear in terms of defense gear. I think I went over this plan before. I'm going to grind until I get a Spectre's Energy on the days that I can grind and I have time to do it. Once I get the Spectre's Energy, I'm going to craft the Black Star sub-weapon and try to get it to Tet so that I have 3 Tets on that. And that'll be about the equivalent of a pin Kutum. So I'll get that going, and then I want to pour my resources into pinning probably my gloves, I think. Because I need my DP to go up, and I need to go ahead and just get the defense gear all to pen. And we did the dim tree the other day, a few weeks ago. And before I start pushing for accessories, I want to get the armor to pen, and then finish the pen accessory quest to replace that other that Tricabosha, and get it up to where it needs to be. That'll get me doing that, getting the Black Star Dagger, and getting the pen accessory will push me up 7 more AP, so I'll be at 277. And I won't be able to say 277 Kutum anymore, it'll be 277 Black Star. But it's basically the same thing. But we'll have those 3 set, plus the idea is to get the gear to pen so that we have a base of all pin gear plus all tap Black Stars, and then the accessories. I think the only way to push past on, because I've got the pen Caposha belt and neck plus one of the rings, and then I have dual Tet Tungrat earrings, and then that pen accessory will be filling that other slot. So really the only way to move forward is to get pen accessories, and I want to do those last. So once I have the gear at pen and I start saving the Kafirs, the only other logical thing I could do is push past the Tet Black Star and start piling all my resources and getting a pen Black Star staff. So Tet Black Star Dagger and the pen gloves, pen boots, and pen helmet while I save the Kafirs, and then after that we're going to pile into pen Black Star staff and see if we can't push for that. Which means I'm going to need a lot of silver and a lot of memory fragments coming up. I think I have the stacks to do it. With all of these higher 50, 60, 70, 80, 100s, and then the 140 stack. And then I have a lot of supporting ones like the 40s and the 30s, and then I've got the 20, in between, anything below 30, I've got so many of those that I don't think that'll be a problem. But just getting a secondary Black Star staff up to Pry, and then we'll just have to stockpile the mem frags and stuff just to support smashing away on those and getting them get it up to Tet and try and hit the pen, let it fall and build that stack, and we'll just do that until it goes. We'll start with as big a stack as we can, and then we'll just do that till it goes. Now if when I'm building my pen armor, if I get a if the stack ends up getting up to like 220 or so, then I'm going to swap over. Anything above 200, I'm going to swap over and turn that into the pen Black Star stacks attempts. Because I would prefer to do that instead of, we came out with 3,800, that's not bad. And I still got all those other crystals I still got to grind up too. But it's hard getting those stacks up past that unless you're just smashing on the pen attempts all the time. So making the duplicates will be fine. I got plenty of stacks to do that, and I think I got plenty of stones to do that as well. But if we do manage to get the 140 stack up to 200, I am going to swap that stack around and store it for the pen Black Star attempts that will be coming after we get all the other armor to pen. And then I've got plenty of 100 stacks that I am plan on. I got 3 of those, plus we got a 110 and a 120 coming for the login rewards. So this 140 is going to be our first pen gear attempt, and if it fails enough times that it hits 200, then we'll swap over and go with one of these 100s here. and start over on the pen attempts until we either make it until it goes or make another 200 stack, and then everything below the 60s, 50s, 60s, maybe even the 70. All of this stuff will be the TET attempts. So I guess the next video tomorrow on Monday, I think I'm going to go to Polly's and grind Polly's. I need to get that Spectre's energy so I can get the TET Black Star Dagger going. That is my mission for now. But that will be, that'll be tomorrow's video because this is Sunday. Today's Sunday's video. But hope you enjoyed my ranting about memfrags while we were doing a little bit of crystal grinding and processing to kind of support the trait crates and just processing in general. But if you made it this far, you know, I have to self-promote, so hit like, leave me a comment, subscribe if you're not already. It helps the channel grow and helps me keep making these videos. But thanks for spending your time with me, and as always, until next time.